There's a moment, you're mid-conversation with her, she's laughing, she touched your arm twice, she hasn't looked at her phone once, and you still don't know. Does she like me, or is she just being friendly? That question has ended more potential relationships than anything else in the history of dating. Not rejection, not incompatibility, just not knowing. Today, that changes. I spent weeks going through social psychology research, studies from Yale, Oxford, and behavioral labs you've never heard of. And what I found wasn't a list of random signs to memorize, it was a system. 3 specific tests that reveal exactly where you stand, without ever directly asking. And the third one? It's so subtle, most men use it accidentally and never realize it just told them everything they needed to know. Stay with me. In 1663, a young English civil servant named Samuel Pepys was struggling with a problem every man has faced. He couldn't read people. Were they being genuine? Were they just being polite? Was this woman actually interested or just entertained? So he did something radical for the time. He started keeping a journal, obsessively recording every interaction, every word, every behavioral shift, and over time he found the patterns. What Samuel discovered in 17th century England, modern behavioral science has now confirmed in laboratories. People cannot fully control their behavior when they're attracted to someone, and if you know exactly what to look for, they'll tell you everything, without saying a word. Test 1. Reciprocity. In 2009, researcher Nicola Gauguin published findings on something called behavioral mimicry. The core idea is simple. When 2 people feel genuine rapport, they unconsciously begin to mirror each other. Same posture, same gestures, same rhythm of speech. It happens below conscious awareness, which means it cannot be faked. Here's how to use this. During your next conversation, make one deliberate, subtle movement. Tilt your head slightly, rest your chin on your hand, lean back, then watch. If within the next 30 to 60 seconds she mirrors that movement, without realizing it, that is your brain receiving a signal her mouth never sent. But one mirror means nothing. You're looking for a pattern. 3 or more, the attraction's real. Space test. If she stays exactly where she is, comfort. If she steps back, she's telling you something. If she moves towards you when you pull back, she just told you everything. Test 2. Comfort. Here's something counterintuitive that most dating advice completely ignores. Attraction is not the same as comfort. And without comfort, attraction goes nowhere. The most underused method? Ask for a small favor. Not a grand gesture, something minor. Can you hold this for a second? Ben Franklin effect. When someone does a favor for you, their brain unconsciously justifies the action by deciding they must like you. She helped you, therefore she likes you. You didn't just test her comfort, you actually increased her attraction in the same moment. One small ask, 2 results at once. Test 3. Investment. Communication researcher Jeffrey Hall spent years studying how women behave around men they're genuinely interested in. His findings? Women don't just laugh more around men they like, they pre-laugh. They start smiling before the punchline even arrives. But laughter is just one form of investment. The deeper test is behavioral change. Does she do things she wouldn't normally do specifically because you're involved? She hates action movies, but she sat through 2 hours of one because you suggested it. She usually leaves parties early, but she stayed until the end because you were there. She mentioned she doesn't text first, but your phone buzzed at 11 p.m. These aren't coincidences. These are a person quietly stepping outside their own patterns. For you, Samuel Pepys. Mrs. Lane told him she never goes out with men. Then she went out with him. He wrote in his diary that night, "A modest woman does not abandon her principles for someone she does not care for." 360 years later, that observation holds. 3 tests, 1 system. Reciprocity tells you if she's present. Comfort tells you if she's safe. Investment tells you if she's interested. No guessing. No obsessing over a text message for 4 hours. No asking your friends what it means that she used a period instead of an exclamation mark. The men who are most confident with women aren't confident because they were born that way. They're confident because they stopped guessing and started reading. Now you have the same system.